Monday night, 8:15 Eastern. Philadelphia is a 3-point favorite at Tampa Bay. Some money's coming on the unders, now sitting at 43.5 on the Wager Talk odds screen. Marco D'Angelo, what say you?
Well, first of all, has anybody done a wellness check on our producer, Dan? Make sure he's okay, because the Philadelphia Eagles have been in free fall. And guys, we've made jokes about it at the beginning of the season in the last few weeks. This is a team that started 10-1. And even when they were 10-1, if you listen to the show every week, we were telling you they're not as good as that 10-1 record. Now they go 1-5 to close it out. And I'm also going to tell you they're not as bad as the 1-5. What's done this team in? Three things, in my opinion. Obviously, they've had a ton of injuries. We all know about that. Every team is injured, at some point during the season. They're just at the wrong time of the year having the injuries. So we got to watch that injury report as we lead up to Monday to see if they get any people back, who can take the field, who's healthy. Second thing that I got to bring up, obviously, is the turnovers. During this stretch where they went 1-5, they've turned the football over 12 times, just 4 takeaways. That was the complete opposite first half of the season and all of last year. Remember how they were on the right side of every fumble, it seemed, and that helped them. But the real thing, and this is what's getting lost in this, is the schedule. They had a 5-week stretch where they faced, listen to this, Dallas, then Kansas City, then Buffalo, then San Francisco, then Dallas again. That is a murderous 5-week stretch. You can't play on your toes every week, play marquee matchups like they did, and have the injuries that they had. Yeah, it's going to take its toll. So now here we go. They're playing on the road. They're a small favorite. We always look at home dogs in the playoffs because that's a rare occurrence. So what am I going to do with this one? Because this game's on Monday, here's my plan of attack. Might be a little bit of a cop-out, but I'm going to explain why this is the way to do it. I'm going to tease Tampa Bay, and I'm doing it just to get me live tickets in my pocket for come Monday. If I have, let's say, for sake of argument, I have 4 live units of Tampa Bay teaser tickets, plus 8.5, 9 points, whatever it comes out, because this line's going to bounce back and forth. Come Monday, and I look at the injury reports. If I feel better with the Tampa Bay side, with that ticket in my pocket, I do nothing. If I want to just hedge a little bit of it, I can hedge anywhere from 1 to 3 of the units the other way on Philadelphia, money line or minus the points, and create a middle. Let's say come Monday, I really like Philadelphia better. Then I can come over the top of that. We've got 4 units on Tampa plus over a touchdown. That means I can play anywhere from 5 to 8 units on Philadelphia. And you're saying, my God, Marco, what are you doing playing that many units? No, I'm still only risking maximum of 4 units because of the other wager. But if that would actually fall in the middle, Philly wins, but they don't win by over a touchdown, you're talking about a possible 12-unit score for only risking 4. That's what I'm doing to set me up for Monday. I'll make a decision on the game come Monday with the updated injury reports.
For what it's worth, Marco, I've only listened to you a couple of times since probably the middle of the season in regards to doing that. And I did hit that with the Indianapolis Colts on Saturday. So thank you for that one. I had Texans -1 in a lot of contests. And then I said, you know what? I think this line's gotten a little out of control. Give me the Colts in a teaser. So thank you for teaching me how to middle, if you will, with teasers. Joe Ranieri, we already know which way I'm going for this one in my best bet, but I just need to know. Are you going to agree with me?
Well, I do. I agree with you both, but more on that coming up. But I also agree that this is quite honestly the most disgusting game of the schedule here this weekend, simply because we have no idea really the extent of what we're going to be getting here. I mean, the Eagles are absolutely banged up. I mean, they didn't have Devonta Smith against the Giants. A.J. Brown went out there. He ended up getting hurt. Dislocated finger for Jalen Hurts. Don't really know what the impact of that's going to be. And then, of course, you saw Baker Mayfield on the other side walking like the walking wounded here. I mean, this is a tough game for both of these teams. But we did see this one, I believe, back in week 3 when these two teams played. And that was the game, in fact, that it looked like a dead over until, of course, Philadelphia was running 19-play drives and milking the clock, and then it didn't. In fact, 77 plays to 42 plays in that game is what we had, and it eventually ended up staying under. I don't see how we can trust the offenses enough to expect us to get some sort of shootout in this game. We know Todd Bowles in Tampa loves the blitz. We know Wink Martindale loves the blitz too. And he just did 2 out of the last 3 games against Jalen Hurts. Had that work out for him. Not great. We know they can, they're pretty good against the run, this Tampa defense, right? So they're going to be blitzing Hurts. They're going to be hold up against the run, which leaves what here? It's going to be dink and dunk city, especially with A.J. Brown hurt, maybe doesn't play. Devonta Smith hurt. Dink and dunks to the tight ends and the Swift in the backfield. When you put this all together, if you thought the Tampa-Carolina game was terrible, I don't see how. Number one, they're primed for an upset. And number 2, how in the hell are we getting to 43, 44 points in this game? I don't see it unless the defenses do something crazy. Don't trust that either. It's an under, a straight under for me in this game.